you're watching 9 News. Moving on to Asian news. After the former Chongqing Party Secretary Bo Xilai's allegations has officially finalized, his son Bo Guagua spoke out in defense of his father. This is the first time Bo Guagua responded to the public after his father, Bo Xilai, was accused of abusing power. He issued a statement on Saturday evening in Tumblr, saying it was hard to believe the allegations that were announced against his father. He questions the Communist Party's allegations, saying that they contradict to what he knows of his father, who was upright in his beliefs and devoted to duty. He said he expects the legal process to follow its normal course and will wait for the results. After the downfall of both his parents, Guagua's fate has drawn the public attention. It is still unknown if Guagua is free from his parents' scandal. Thousands of Muslims set fire to at least 10 Buddhist temples and 40 homes in Bangladesh after a Buddhist was accused of posting a photo on Facebook that insulted the Muslims. The image that set off the raging tide was a burnt Quran. However, according to the police, the Buddhist that was accused of posting the photo did not upload it himself, but was mistakenly tagged on his Facebook. He and his family were taken into protective custody by the police. The violence erupted on Saturday and continued to the next morning. Hundreds of protesters are said to have rampaged through Buddhist neighborhoods, smashing statues, burning down monasteries and attacking houses. Buddhists in southeast Bangladesh said their possessions were stolen before the angry crowds set fire to their homes. The government has sent out food and housing aids to the victims and deployed additional security to prevent further violence, especially in the worst affected area of Ramu sub-district. Another US soldier was shot dead on last Saturday, leading the total number of American deaths in Afghanistan to 2,000. The incident occurred in the Wardak province, close to the US-Arab Joint Base. A US soldier and contractor were killed, while 3 Afghan soldiers died and several were injured. The international mission, ISAF, initially said the soldier was believed to have been killed by a member of the Afghan security services, but it later said the circumstances were unclear. ISAF said the insurgents' fire may have been involved in the incident, which is now under investigation by a joint Afghan and coalition team. The American death toll goes back to the US-led invasion of Afghanistan in 2001. The US official issued the figure of 2,000 deaths on Sunday. The count includes both soldiers killed in action and soldiers who died of their injuries in hospital. The figure also covers 339 non-combat deaths. Now moving on to sports news. The Springboks showed great form in beating the depleted Wallabies by 13 points. They've issued a warning to the All Blacks, who put in an exceptional performance in beating the Pumas 54-15.
South Africa and New Zealand are the greatest of foes, and with both teams on song, expectations are high for a great game on Saturday in Soweto, outside of Johannesburg. If the All Blacks win, it will be their 16th victory in a row. For the Springboks, the young star Johan Goosen made a huge impact in his first and kept the Aussies guessing. The 20-year-old replaced the old hand Morné Steyn and gave the Springboks an added dimension that has been missing for years. Though the Australians suffered terrible injuries, they were beaten by the superior team. Meantime, the All Blacks finally put in a complete performance that no team could have resisted, though the Pumas played with passion and never gave up. The Kiwis were accurate in every phase of the game and simply never gave the Argentinians a chance. When they weren't dominating, they punished the slightest mistake the opposition made.
Europe completed the most amazing comeback in Ryder Cup history on Sunday night.
The only issue was that no one told the cream of European golf. The Americans won only one of 12 singles matches, making this one of the greatest comebacks ever in the history of sport, let alone Ryder Cup golf. The Europeans were so dominant that only 6 of the 12 matches went to the finish at the final 18th hole. Tiger Woods couldn't sink a 5-foot putt to win, such was the pressure. Finally, the honor went to Germany's Martin Kaymer, a one-time world #1 who has not had the best of seasons, to putt for victory over Steve Stricker and retain the Ryder Cup for Europe. sparking wild celebrations with tears from both teams.
Deportivo La Coruna had a good opening when they scored first against Real Madrid, but they only sparked real interaction, and 5 goals later it was all over for their Spanish rival.
Deportivo's striker Ricky broke the ice in the 16th minute, helping his team to take a shock lead. But Real dominated from then on, and a Ronaldo double plus a great goal from Angel Di Maria helped Real to a 3-1 lead at half-time. Xabi Alonso finally put the game beyond Deportivo just 10 minutes after he came on. His perfect cross found Pepe to guide the ball in. Ronaldo completed his hat-trick with a late penalty. Marino's men next face Ajax in the Champions League clash midweek.
Now moving on to Happy Diner, introducing and reviewing favourite restaurants in Auckland.
Both Chinese and non-Chinese enjoy this dish. Whoever has tasted this oyster dish once won't be able to resist another. Squeeze a thick layer of specially made sauce on top of the fresh oysters and then add a little green and red pepper as embellishments. Put the oysters inside the oven for 10 minutes and they are ready to serve. Look at the chef using the cucumbers to make plate decorations. It makes Sarah wants to have a go as well. Why is this looking so different from the other one made by the chef?
要 butter 或者我哋自己私人配嘅汁醬放咗落去而混合咗一齊嘅，攞嚟放落去焗嘅。
The wasabi inside the sauce will cover the odor of the oysters. The juiciness of the oysters are well enhanced by the tasty sauce. No wonder this dish is so popular.
新鲜，可以。
我们每个星期来3次。
It's exciting. It's delicious. The second dish is very hard to make. Mold the mashed taro into a bowl shape and then deep fry until golden. The stir-fried chicken and shrimp with high-fiber vegetables and cashew nuts are then placed into the taro bowl.
中間咧就比較爽啦，外邊咧比較脆，外邊芋頭脆同埋感覺咧就個口感非常之好好啦。可以咁講老少咸宜呢個菜。
I love the taste. Otherwise I wouldn't come. And the food is fresh and like Kelly said, usually I go to Chinese takeaway and this is actually what I think is more real Chinese food.